You're backing Penny Mordaunt. What do you make, firstly, of those comments from Lord Frost? He wasn't beaten around the bush.
No, he wasn't, was he? Well, I wonder why he said these comments right now. Why didn't he make those comments some time ago? It seems an opportune moment if you want to try and hurt Penny's campaign. I just wonder why the timing now. I would have thought earlier than this. And that's not my impression of Penny Mordaunt at all. So I refute those allegations.
What are your impressions of Penny Mordaunt, Bob Stewart? Because many people might be familiar with Penny, others might really have no idea about her. And, you know, she has previously held a high office of state, but, you know, not on everybody's radar, it's fair to say.
Well, I think she's an extremely decent woman for a start, and that really does matter to me. She's very good in the chamber, actually. She took Angela Rayner apart on a couple of occasions. She's sensible and balanced in the decisions she makes, and she's had experience. I mean, she's had experience at quite high level in government, trade, defence, actually. She was Defence Secretary once for a brief period, and she's been in the cabinet. I think she looks the part, and I also think she has physical courage. She's also, just for the record, someone who at the age of 40 joined the Royal Navy and went through Royal Navy training to become an officer. I thought that was pretty impressive.
In terms of, I mean, the others out there, obviously, we have another round or another revelation. I don't know if you voted yet, Bob, but obviously it comes to the next reveal at about 3:30, I think it is, this afternoon. A lot of momentum around Rishi Sunak, and of course, following from that, Bob, is this suggestion that some of those Sunak supporters might lend their vote elsewhere in order to knock Penny Mordaunt out. Anyway, what's the word on the Westminster street on this?
Got no idea. I mean, frankly, what people say and what they do in the privacy of the voting booth in this place, I've seen so many people say things and do other things here. So I don't know is the answer, and I haven't talked about it. I know who I'm voting for, and I've done so. And I hope that people are not as duplicitous as often Westminster elections turn out to be.
And what is it the Conservative Party need to do now, Bob? I know that Boris Johnson, you know, copped some big narratives there. There was Brexit, obviously, you know, he stepped up to the plate voluntarily to try and solve that, and people will argue whether he has or hasn't. Then, of course, COVID comes along. Ukraine is there as well. Cost of living crisis, goodness me. Big old list there. So, and I think we've got that impression that the kind of this particular government, we know that the Tories have been in power since 2010 in one form or another, but there's a sense that the Boris administration has been there for 100 years and is very tired and needs changing. And that's, of course, what's about to happen. So what does the new Prime Minister have to do? What does your party have to do?
I think lay out a really decent plan as to how we're going to deal with the cost of living crisis, how we're going to approach paying for all the amount of money we've had to spend because of COVID, and stick to that plan and actually not change it, but actually go through and make sure we put this country back on an even keel, because it's not on an even keel at the moment. We owe too much money.